The Nintendo Switch has been around for over a year and has already left its mark on the gaming world. There's so much to love about the hybrid console, and while it offers so many different ways to play, there are some things you should avoid doing to the console. If it's your first time visiting us, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the gamer and ring that bell to become a part of our notification squad so you never miss a video. But before we get into some of the things that you shouldn't do to your Nintendo Switch, have you seen our friends over at CRAFTY Hackers? They'll teach you about all of the awesome things you could do with everyday objects, so check them out. Without further ado, let's get to some things that you should never, ever do to your Nintendo Switch. Use cheap USB-C cables. While all HDMI cables are the same, whether you spend $5 on one or $50, we can't say the same about USB-C cables. There are some good, relatively inexpensive ones out there, and there are some cheap and terrible ones that actually damage your Nintendo Switch console. If one of these cables costs you $5 and isn't even a brand name, there's a chance it'll fry your console. We recommend spending $10 to $15 on an Anchor USB-C cable from Amazon. They're inexpensive, but very good quality, and will definitely not brick your Nintendo Switch. Use third-party docks. Another surefire way to damage your Nintendo Switch is by using third-party docks. No matter how cool and cheap these third-party docks might be compared to the official Nintendo Switch dock, it's simply not worth the risk. These unlicensed products don't go through the same process as Nintendo licensed products do, which means they're not guaranteed to damage your console, but they run the risk of doing so. If you pay more and buy an officially licensed Nintendo product, you won't have to worry about this ever happening to your Nintendo Switch. Have only one Nintendo account. What's wrong with having only one Nintendo account? Well, a lot of things. If you didn't know already, the Nintendo Switch isn't region locked, so you could make multiple Nintendo accounts from different regions around the world. All you have to do is make a new user on your Nintendo Switch and then link it to that specific Nintendo account. This will give you access to the eStores of all these different regions. Why limit yourself to one region when you can have legal access to them all? Buy Nintendo Switch skins. On the surface, Nintendo Switch and Joy-Con skins seem harmless. They may make your console and controllers look so much better, but once you take them off, you'll quickly learn why putting them on was a mistake. It turns out, these awesome-looking skins could cause surface damage to your Nintendo Switch and Joy-Cons. Stickers on the Nintendo Switch console can ruin the logo on the back and remove the black paint. Skins rub off the nice gray or neon color of the controllers, making them look damaged and old. These skins are not worth it. Carry it without a case. The Nintendo Switch is a hybrid console, so you could bring it with you on the go. When carrying it around, never throw it in a bag or hold it in your hands. If you hit your bag against anything, it could damage the console since it's not well protected. And if you trip while walking, the console is done for. To avoid this from happening, make sure you get a Switch carrying case. This way, you could protect your Nintendo Switch while carrying some games, extra Joy-Cons, a portable charger, and a USB-C cable as well. Use boring usernames. As good as Nintendo is, they've always struggled in the online multiplayer side of things. While Xbox and PlayStation have simple and easy-to-use online interfaces, the Switch's is anything but. Luckily, Nintendo is supposedly launching an online service for the Switch next month that'll hopefully fix all of this. One of the most interesting things on the Switch is how usernames work. It turns out the name of the user you're playing as will be used for games and not the username you set in your Nintendo account. It's weird and confusing, so make sure you're not using your real name and actually have a username that stands out. Use Joy-Cons without straps. We get it, the Joy-Con straps are super annoying. They are difficult to take off and the stupid lock location doesn't make things easier, but they're useful to make sure your Joy-Cons don't go flying in a game like 1-2 Switch. They also make those shoulder buttons much easier to press if you're using a single Joy-Con. We don't really see why anyone would play without straps unless they're using a Joy-Con grip, which is a great alternative for games that don't rely heavily on motion controls. Buy digital games. Going completely digital may be the way of the future for the gaming industry, but not the Nintendo Switch. Downloading games straight to your Nintendo Switch makes it easy to switch, no pun intended, between games on the go, but it takes up a whole lot of storage. Physical games don't require nearly as much storage, since the game data is all on the cartridge. Only the save data of the game is stored onto the console if you own a physical copy, so it'll take ages until you run out of storage. If the only con is that you actually have to switch the cartridges out when playing a different game, we'll take it. Buy an official MICROSDXC card. If you're really dead set on going completely digital, make sure you buy a MICROSDXC card for the Nintendo Switch, but don't buy the official one. Yes, earlier in the video we mentioned that buying officially licensed Nintendo products is the best thing to do, but not in regards to MICROSDXC cards. The official Nintendo Switch 128GB MICROSDXC card costs $60, while the exact same card without the Nintendo branding is only $30. So you're literally just paying double the price for the Nintendo name, since the non-Nintendo MICROSDXC card will work fine with the console anyway. Use Switch Game Chat. Switch Game Chat can only be used with one game right now, Splatoon 2. Sure, you could plug a mic into the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode to chat on Fortnite, but it doesn't use Switch Game Chat. Getting everything to work for Splatoon 2 Game Chat is so pointlessly complicated and stupid. You're honestly better off using Skype or Discord, which are so much simpler and easier to use. While we don't recommend you do any of these things to your Nintendo Switch, what you should do is check out our friends over at CRAFTY Hackers. If you like crafts and DIYs, you should definitely check them out. They have this awesome video about how you could turn everyday objects into amazing toys, so make sure you check them out and leave them a like. Click on the corner to watch. And there you have it. Have you ever done any of these things to your Nintendo Switch? Are there any other things that we may have missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Gamer for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.